Hello, welcome to episode 7 of Firefight. I'm your host, David. Alright, in this firefight we are going to see what 19 plasma gun shots firing into a unit of Thalax can do. Now, I've seen this quite a lot in the games that I've played with the Thalax. You get a drop pod, drop down in your back lines full of plasma from a tactical support squad, and their target is to wipe out a Thalax unit. Now, in the past, the Thalax have been really really only losing perhaps two and a half Thalax to sort of a full complement 10-man squad of plasma pistols, or plasma guns rather. So it's not been too bad. So we're going to try and replicate that here to see if the Mechanicum are as resilient as I think they are. But let's not forget, 19 plasma shots is a formidable target to take fire from. They absolutely ruin Terminators as well. So we'll see what effect it has on the Thalax. Now, to give you a quick breakdown of the units I've got involved here, the Thalax are running out with 9 Thalax, 6 are armed with lightning guns, 3 have photon thrusters, and I've upgraded them to have the Destructor special role. Now, the Destructor special role has no bearing in this instance, but it's how I usually equip the squad, so I figured might as well just do it as we can. And that runs out at 465 points, so a huge squad there. The 10-man tactical support squad for the Imperial Fist has a sergeant armed with a plasma pistol and an augury scanner. That's just exactly how the model has been modelled, so it's all WYSIWYG and all that. And then the rest of the 9 Marines are equipped with plasma guns, which of course, as we all know, can rapid fire. So let's get on with it. Without further ado, let's roll some dice. So what we have in the Imperial Fist squad, as I mentioned, we've got 1 plasma pistol from the sergeant, and then we have 18 shots from the plasma gun. So we'll do the sergeant first, hitting on a 3. Ones get hot, and it got hot. Unbelievable. All right, so the sergeant has artificer armor 2 up. Well, it fell out the dice tray, but it was a 4, so the sergeant is fine, but no shots. Now, because these are rapid fire, get hot, we need to do them all individually. I have played against a couple of opponents where they've just fired the entire round of plasma rapid fire into a squad or whatever squad it's been, and there's been a couple of 1s in there, but you don't know if that double 1 came from the double tap shot of the plasma gun, so they've just removed 2 Marines. And I said, well, hang on a minute, you kind of done yourself out a justice there. You don't know where those 2 1s came from, so we've had to go back and redo them. So I'm going to do them all individually, but it won't take too long. So we've got 9 Marines, and we're going to start off with 3s to hit, 1s get hot. So we're good so far. 2, 3, double 6, love it. 4, 5, 1 miss. 6, wow, this is really good. Another miss. Oh, drop that one. Another miss. Good. All right, okay, so that's really good. So what we've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16 hits from plasma guns. That's really good, really good. And now we're going to strength 7, toughness 5, 2s to wounds, AP 2. We only dropped 1 from that. That is unbelievable. 9, 12, 15 hits. All right, so we're going to need some massive saves here from the Thalax. Looks like they're not as resilient as I thought they were. The photon thrusters are kind of at the back, so we'll just roll all of the 6 up, feel no pain from the Thalax, and they require 6s. Come on, channel dice. Not too bad. Kept 1 Thalax alive, but I've lost 1, 2, 3, 4 Thalax in this instance. Wow, that is mental. All right, so let's get rid of that. So it wasn't quite the 2.5 which I said. We've actually lost a lot more. So some great shooting there from the Imperial Fists. And now we will roll a leadership test. They're leadership 8, stubborn. 4, 5, 6, 7. Fantastic. All right, so they get their 7 leadership. All right, so obviously the Marines have rapid fire, so they can't charge. So now we'll go on to the Thalax to see what they can do. I'm hoping that they will either, well, they won't wipe, there's not enough shots to wipe the squad, but I'm hoping they might do some serious damage despite lack of firepower coming in. All right, let's move on to the Thalax and their turn. We've lost 4 Thalax, which is not good. We really needed those shots to go into the Imperial Fist, but alas, we are where we are. First of all, we'll start off with the lightning guns from the squad. There are 3 of those, requiring 3s to hit. That's not bad. 1 miss. Strength 7, shred and rending. 2's to wound with shred. We don't need it. So now we've got 2 armor saves. Do we think the sergeant can tank them? Oh, tough. I want the leadership test for the Imperial Fist. That's what I want. But yeah, I reckon he can tank on. So we'll do 1 at a time just in case. He actually fails. Unreal. All right, so we lose the sergeant. And then we just onto a 3-up armor from the squad. And that's also a 1. That is devastating. All right, so 2 Marines down so far. Then we move on to the photon thrusters. Strength 6, AP 2, Lance and Blind. Got to do them individually because they're 2 shots, get hot. So the Thalax at the front. 2 hits, fantastic. We'll do all the hits together. Second one. 2 more hits. And finally, wow, I'm surprised no get hot. Usually, 6 rolls for those photon thrusters, I usually lose at least 2 wounds. So that was a full 6 hits. Fantastic news. And now we are 2s to kill those Marines. Let's have a look. Oh, we dropped 2, fair enough. So 2, wow, 4 Marines are dead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unreal. All right, so we've lost 2, 4, 5 Marines from that squad, including the sergeant. So that was pretty devastating. If those plasma pistols, guns rather, don't do the job when they first come down, against a well-equipped unit of Thalax, they can do the business. All right, so we do need a leadership test. Now, obviously, we're down to leadership 7. Because we've lost, leadership 8 because of the loss of sergeant. So let's hopefully the Imperial Fist can pass. 7, wow, they do, fantastic. Now, one great thing about the Thalax is that they can move, shoot and assault because they are jetpack Marines and relentless, so they can just charge into the enemy. So that's great news. Now I've got a tape measure here somewhere, tucked out the way. Let's have a little look. It's under a load of stuff. Now, if I was a clever thinking man, clearly not, I should have moved the Thalax forward, but here we are. It's a 10-inch charge. What do you reckon? Can the Thalax make it? 6. Oh, it was a 10-inch charge. Boom. All right, that is fantastic. Now, of course, we've declared Jakaj. Let's get some Overwatch done. I got really excited there. What a roll. Again, do this separately because they do get hot. So this Marine on the end here, 6 is required. No. Next one. Got a 6, but a get hot as well. 3-up armor. Passed. Fantastic. This Marine here, 1 gets hot, unfortunate. But saved it, so that's good. That was a hit. I'll put that back. And then finally, the last Marine. Come on, 6. Oh, we got a 6 and a get hot. 3-up armor. Oh, it's a fail. Good job that wasn't that Marine. They wouldn't move the charge. Wow, we've lost 6 Marines from that squad. And the Thalax have made it in. This is crazy town. Tape measure quickly. Let's do this fairly. Into the assault phase. That is a 10-inch charge. Closest to closest. So 10 would bring the Thalax to there. There. I know you don't see this on the channel. We don't tend to show tape measures and templates and all sorts. Just bogs the game down a little bit and gets things moving a bit quicker. When we don't film them. So we've made our charge. Now Thalax are initiative 2, so they're not going to do very much. Then the Marines will come in and they will get to strike. Now they've only got 1 attack. They've got no 2 close combat weapons. So we're on to 3 attacks from the Marines, requiring 4s to hit. Let me think quickly. 3s to hit. Just have to quickly go back and check the weapon skill of the Thalax. And the weapon skill 3, so the Marines weapon skill 4, requiring 3s to hit. All hit. This is good. Strength 4, toughness 5, requiring 5s. That is 1 wound. We now need an armor save 4-up, 6-up, feel no pain. No, and that is another wound dealt on one of those Thalax. All right, so in reply we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Thalax, 2 attacks each. Which gives us 10, and then +1 for charging, which is 15 attacks from the Thalax. It's absolutely mighty, isn't it? 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15, requiring 4s to hit. Not too bad. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do you know what? That's really good for Thalax. I've had a lot worse in the past. Now they are strength 5, which is really great. Now if I'd given them heavy chain blades, they would have been strength 7, which is really awesome. But they're in strength 5, so requiring 3s to wound. Really good. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Holy hell, that's really good. And then finally, 3 up armor saves for the Marines. Oh wow, they do a really good job there. So they get wiped out to a man. All right, so he killed 2 Marines. The Imperial Fist lost by 1. 1, is that right? 2 Marines? Yes, it is. We lost by 1. All right, let's have a leadership 7. 6, they absolutely pass. All right, good on you, Imperial Fist. Now we're coming for a 3-inch pile-in. We'll go straight into the next round of combat. Marine will strike first, hitting on 3s, hits, 5s to wound, does not wound. Now the Thalax will attack. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, of course. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 4s to hit. Not amazing. Wow, we've only got 3 hits. That was terrible. All right, but we only need 3s to wound. That is 3 wounds. Pretty good. 3 up armor save. The fist stays in place. Excellent. All right, let's just try and finish this combat off really quickly. Let's get this Marine done. 1 attack. That is a fail. And then we'll go in for the 10 attacks from the Thalax. So we've got 3, 6, 9, 10. 4s. Much better. Oh, I say much better. Only 2 better. 2, 4, 6. 2s to wound, strength 5, sorry, 3s to wound, excuse me. That is 2 wounds. Wow, not so good. We really need those heavy chain blades, don't we? 3 up armor. Oh man, this Imperial Fist is hitting hard. We're gonna have to go on because a difference of 1 could do it. Marine attacking back. It fails. Jeez Louise. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Thalax striking back. 10 attacks. Hitting on 4s. Terrible. 3 hits. Wow, 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 wow. That weapon skill difference is massive. Strength 5, toughness 3, 4, 3s to wound. That is 3 wounds. I'll switch dice out. 3 armor saves, 3 up. Boom, there it is. Marine killed. Thalax will consolidate a d6. 3 squanches. And there they are. The Thalax is victorious. Now, that was really interesting. You know, all of those plasma shots against that Thalax unit, they are so much more resilient than you think they are going to be. The fact they've got 3 wounds each, I know toughness 5 is irrelevant, but against bolters, they do really well. Really cool. There's a couple of little tricks you can use with Thalax, which I found really, really helpful. If you have a Cyber Ocularis from your Magos, and you take Jinskine, what you can do is you can pass +1 ballistic skill onto a squad. And also any enemy within 12 inches of a Cyber Ocularis has a -1 cover save. So what happens is usually, you know, Imperial Fists or some enemy Marines, or anything for that matter, is stood behind a barricade conferring a 4+ cover save. The Jin sight of the Thalax has a -2 cover save, which then takes the Marines to a 6 up cover. So they get something from the multi-melters, the rending shots from the lightning guns, and the photon thrusters. But then if this little chap is next to or within 12 inches of the enemy unit, they get that -1 as well. So it's -3 cover, and they don't get any saves. And that is why Thalax are so good at taking on pretty much any enemy on the battlefield. You've got a lot of AP2 or potential to score AP2, -2 cover save, boosted by a +1 from that Cyber Ocularis, and generally I'll run 3 or 4 Cyber Ocularis in the army, and they can be used to buff the profile of heavy weapons in the tanks, or again get that negative cover save for the Thalax or other units, and it really, really helps. All right, that is it. Short and sweet this time. I really hope you've enjoyed that. Again, the Thalax have proved really well here. I'm quite pleased with their performance, and to stand up against all those plasma shots against all odds was pretty impressive. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.